But when the Ming dynasty announced the peace of the people, posted at the end of the streets and alleys and village entrances of Yuyun 16 weeks, local people saw the same words. National memory awakens immediately. Oh, it turned out to be one of our own. When we enter the information age, the efficiency of information transmission becomes the core criterion for measuring the advanced nature of a carrier. On this track, Chinese characters once again showed amazing advantages. We can understand Chinese characters as a highly compressed starting point of information. A huge amount of information runs in a very small space. Place any official document side by side. You will find that the Chinese version is always the thinnest one. Express the same complete content. Chinese requires far fewer characters than phonetic characters. It's not just about saving paper and screen space. It is directly related to our information acquisition rate. Within the same time, our eyes can scan more Chinese characters. It also means our brains can receive more information. This is the basis for what we can do at a glance. And the same goes for listening. Listen to a language. Essentially, I read the text silently in my heart. Give an inappropriate example. In esports games like League of Legends, professional players react extremely quickly. The timing of making a choice is within a few tens of milliseconds. When an English-speaking player says I have a flash, I have a flash, the word takes at least 2 seconds. That is 2000 milliseconds. And the players that LP wants only need to say they have flashes. I tried it myself. Fastest 100 milliseconds. A full 20 times. Anyone who has played League of Legends knows this. How long is 2 seconds? During this time, your double C is probably already lying on the floor. This is just an insignificant case. But what if it's an air battle? What about street fighting? Be an English-speaking soldier. Alert another comrade. There is a sniper on the second floor on the left. Maybe I haven't finished talking about Ji Li Gua La yet. My comrades have already opened their minds. Isn't there a famous joke? Picasso's mother stood at the entrance of the village and shouted, "Picasso goes home for dinner." It was already dawn as soon as my name was called out. Although this joke is making fun of Spanish people with long names, but I think it is equally applicable to the expression efficiency of phonetic characters. So why is this happening? That's how our brains process words. We can make an analogy. Read phonetic text. It's like listening to someone spell out the word letter by letter. Then you can combine his voice in your brain. Finally understand its meaning. It's a linear step-by-step process. And what about reading Chinese characters? More like scanning a QR code. Your eyes see the word 0. The brain completes multiple tasks almost at the same time. Think of its pronunciation. And immediately capture its core meaning. Talking incessantly for a long time. The information of shape, sound and meaning is packaged together. Captured instantly like an image is processed in the brain. In today's pursuit of ultimate efficiency, this cognitive advantage, its value is self-evident. Sometimes a scientific inspiration. It's the glimmer of light in the brain. This high-speed information transmission will bring great scientific research advantages. Do you think of Chinese writers and keyboards? However, history has made a huge joke. Not only have Chinese characters not disappeared. On the contrary, we are in a field that we could not imagine before. The age of artificial intelligence reveals its hidden divinity. Let's first look back at those dark days. In the 20th century, Western typewriter and telegraph technology were introduced to China. Chinese characters have encountered unprecedented technical barriers. An English typewriter only requires dozens of keys. There are tens of thousands of Chinese characters. How to fit this huge character system into a standard keyboard? This seems to be an unsolvable problem. This typewriter problem has become the core basis for the theory of backwardness of Chinese characters. Many intellectuals are heartbroken. Think Chinese characters are bullock carts, unable to keep up with the train of modern industrial civilization. When the computer age comes, this anxiety has reached its peak. The prediction that Chinese characters will die from computers is less than yayer. However, the wisdom of the Chinese people once again staged a desperate counterattack. We did not use all our strength to reform Chinese characters, but find another way. Invented a new encoding and decoding technology to solve input problems. Whether it is a phonetic-based pinyin input method, or a form-based incomparable input method, all cleverly input this physical action. Combined with the complex shapes and sounds of Chinese characters, We just need to enter a simple code. The computer can present us with the correct Chinese characters. In this way, the former Tianxia became Tong Tong. This input method revolution not only saved Chinese characters, reveals a truth more profoundly. An ancient symbol system. It can be completely restored through technology. Perfectly adapted to a new era. It is not eliminated by technology. Instead, dance with technology. Slowly give out new life. If we talk about the interest of input method, it can only prove that Chinese characters can be used. So the point I want to make next. Try to argue. Chinese characters may become more useful in the future. Especially in the field of artificial intelligence. To understand this, we must first change a concept. In AI, especially in the eyes of natural language processing. What is language? It's not poetry. Not philosophy. Rather, it is a string of data that needs to be understood and processed. From this perspective, phonetic characters are a series of one-dimensional linear data. It itself does not contain any additional structural information. In order for AI to understand it, it must rely on a massive prediction library to learn its contribution relationship with other words, thus constructing a model to represent its position in given space. Chinese characters are a kind of natural three-dimensional structured data. Each Chinese character is a data block with highly condensed information. Its internal structure itself contains a wealth of information. Reading the radicals of characters is like semantic tags. When AI processes the words rivers, lakes and seas flowing, it will find that they share a hierarchy. 3 o'clock water. This radical automatically classifies these words into semantic fields related to water. Similarly, when it saw that the forest and bridge had caught food, this label next to the word would allows the AI to naturally know. These concepts are all related to wood or plants. This explanatory feature of words is completely lacking in phonetic writing. What this means for future AI development. This means that the radical system of Chinese characters provides a natural high-quality semantic knowledge base for AI. No manual annotation required. Models can exploit this structural information. Learn the relationship between words faster. Possibly achieve better results with less data. If phonetic characters were loose sand, AI is required to filter and aggregate laboriously. Then Chinese characters are just building blocks with their own labels and interfaces. AI can be directly used for higher-level construction and creation. Chinese characters are no longer just a carrier of information. Its structure itself is information. In the long river of history, Chinese characters are the ones who passed the great filter of civilization. The sole survivor of the ordeal. His survival is rooted in the strong vitality of Chinese civilization that has never been interrupted. In today's world, Chinese characters rely on their stability across time and space. Unparalleled information efficiency. Unlimited creativity and precision. And unique cultural aesthetic carrying capacity. Demonstrating overwhelming advantages in multiple dimensions. In the future digital and AI era, Chinese characters are not only timeless. Instead, with its unique structured data characteristics, demonstrating the huge potential of its language for artificial intelligence. Chinese characters have long gone beyond the scope of a tool. It is a low-level operating system. Profoundly shaped our way of thinking. It is an aesthetic gene flowing in the blood. Let us experience the rhythm of the universe between the dots and the horizontal lines. What's more important? It is a strong cultural stream, bringing more than 1 billion people across the vast land, and countless generations past and future, closely connected to form a community with a shared future called China. It may not be the easiest text to learn, but it must be the most worth learning text, because it carries the 5,000 years of wisdom of a civilization. Suffering, glory, and dreams. When we type or write each square word, we are not just expressing. We are participating in a great inheritance that spans 5,000 years. The word birth is the cultural confidence engraved in the genes of our civilization. It is our dedication to the past, present, and future. The most hardcore and romantic answer sheet of civilization. This is our version of the answer.